Picture this. You're scrolling late at night, your phone glowing in the dark, and every electric SUV looks the same. Big promises, confusing specs, wild prices, and somehow none of them feel made for real life. Then you see it, the affordable, smaller Toyota EV, the 2026 CHR. And suddenly the question isn't, should I go electric? Anymore. It's which electric SUV actually makes sense for me. Because right now, 4 names keep popping up in this space. The 2026 CHR, the Hyundai Kona EV, the Kia Niro EV, and the Tesla Model Y, all electric. All compact or mid-size SUVs, all fighting for your garage. But they couldn't feel more different in how they drive, how they charge, how they treat your wallet, and how they fit into everyday life. So let's put them head-to-head in the real world, not in marketing brochures, and figure out which one actually deserves your money. Let's start with the new kid that's quietly making noise. The 2026 CHR from Toyota. This car feels like Toyota finally decided to stop playing it safe with EVs and actually go for something bold. The CHR is smaller than most electric SUVs people are buying today, but that's the point. It's built for city life, tight parking, narrow streets, and daily driving that doesn't feel like you're piloting a spaceship. It's also fully electric now, not a half-step hybrid, and that matters. The power delivery is smooth but surprisingly quick, especially compared to older Toyota electrified models that felt a bit sleepy. In daily driving, the CHR feels light, nimble, and easy to live with. It's not trying to be a luxury rocket ship, it's trying to be your everyday electric car that doesn't stress you out. Now put that next to the Hyundai Kona EV, and you start seeing 2 different philosophies. The Kona EV has been around longer in the EV world, and it shows in how refined its electric driving feels. The Kona is one of those cars that surprises people because it doesn't feel like a first-attempt EV. It's quiet, composed, and very efficient. On longer drives, the Kona EV often squeezes more miles out of every charge than you'd expect from its size. If you read the kind of driver who hates stopping to charge and wants to stretch range as far as possible, the Kona quietly wins points here. But the Kona also feels more conservative in design. It's practical, yes. Exciting, not really. It's the kind of EV you buy with your head, not your heart. Then there's the Kia Niro EV, which sits right in the middle of this whole group. The Niro EV feels like it was designed for people who want to go electric but don't want to change their lifestyle at all. It looks normal. It drives normal. It feels normal. And for a lot of buyers, that's a huge compliment. The ride is comfortable, the cabin is roomy enough for small families, and the tech is friendly instead of overwhelming. The Niro EV doesn't try to shock you with insane acceleration or futuristic minimalism. It tries to make you forget you're even driving an EV. If you're coming from a gas-powered crossover and you just want a smooth transition into electric life, the Niro EV feels like the least scary option of the group. And then, of course, there's the one everyone compares everything to. The Tesla Model Y. This is the benchmark. The one that turned electric SUVs into a mainstream thing instead of a niche curiosity. The Model Y is bigger than the others here, and you feel that immediately. More space, more power, more presence on the road. The acceleration alone changes how you think about what an SUV can be. Even the slower versions of the Model Y feel quick, and the faster trims feel borderline ridiculous. But the Model Y also brings Tesla's very specific personality into your life. The minimalist interior, the massive touchscreen, the constant software updates, and the feeling that your car is basically a rolling computer. Some people love that, others find it annoying. There's no middle ground. In daily driving, these 4 feel like they were built for totally different types of people. The CHR is playful and easy. It's the one you happily take through narrow streets, crowded parking lots, and chaotic city traffic. The Kona EV feels efficient and calm, like it's quietly saving you money and energy every time you drive. The Niro EV feels comfortable and familiar, like a gentle step into the electric world without culture shock. The Model Y feels like a tech product on wheels, fast, spacious, and a little bit showy. Charging is where reality really kicks in. The Model Y has the most stress-free charging experience thanks to Tesla's charging network and fast charging speeds. Road trips feel easier when your car basically tells you where to stop and how long to charge. The Kona EV and Niro EV are solid here too, but charging can feel more dependent on public infrastructure and planning. The CHR, being newer, benefits from newer charging standards and improved fast charging performance compared to older EVs, but it still lives in the real world of public chargers if you have home charging. All of these are easy to live with if you rely heavily on public fast chargers. The Model Y still feels like the least stressful option inside the cabin. The differences get even more personal. The CHR feels modern but grounded. You still get buttons where you expect them, screens where they make sense, and a layout that doesn't force you to relearn how to drive. The Kona EV and Niro EV both lean into this friendly, human-centered design too, with the Niro feeling slightly more spacious and relaxed. The Model Y goes the opposite direction. Almost everything lives on the screen. No traditional dashboard, no clutter. just a big slab of glass controlling your life. Some drivers love the clean look and the constant updates, others miss physical controls and a more traditional driving feel. Then there's price, the part no one can ignore. The CHR is aiming to be the affordable, smaller EV that makes sense for people who want to spend luxury car money. The Kona EV and Niro EV live in a similar price world, often competing directly with each other in dealerships. The Model Y usually costs more, especially once you start adding options, but you also get more size, more power, and more of that Tesla ecosystem. The real question is whether you actually need that extra size and speed. If you're mostly commuting, running errands, and doing the occasional road trip, the smaller EVs can feel more than enough. Ownership experience matters too. Toyota's reputation for reliability and long-term durability gives the CHR a big trust advantage for buyers who keep their cars for many years. Hyundai and Kia have built strong EV reputations as well, especially for value and warranty coverage, which makes the Kona EV and Niro EV feel like safe long-term bets. Tesla ownership is more of a lifestyle choice. You get cutting-edge tech and performance, but you also accept that service experiences, build quality, and updates can feel different from traditional car brands. Some people love that evolving, tech-forward vibe. Others just want their car to work quietly in the background of their life. So which one actually wins? That depends on who you are. If you want a compact electric SUV that feels easy, stylish, and built by a brand you trust to last forever, the CHR is incredibly appealing. If you're obsessed with efficiency and want to squeeze every mile out of every charge, the Kona EV quietly does its job better than most people expect. If you want a smooth, comfortable transition into EV life with no drama, the Niro EV feels like the friendliest option. And if you want speed, space, tech, and that unmistakable Tesla vibe, the Model Y still feels like the king of this segment here. The wild part, none of these are bad choices. We're finally at a point where electric SUVs aren't just experiments anymore. They real everyday vehicles with real trade-offs, real strengths, and real personalities. The best one, isn't the one with the biggest numbers on paper. It's the one that fits your life, your parking space, your commute, your charging setup, your personality. So before you fall for a spec sheet or a hype video, ask yourself how you actually live. Do you want simple and affordable? Do you want efficient and calm? Do you want familiar and comfortable? Or do you want fast, techy, and bold? Because once you answer that honestly, one of these electric SUVs will suddenly feel like it was made just for you.